Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Welcome everyone to Vani Amrit Vani program. His Grace Lila Manohar Das Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Das Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrit followed by Prabhupada quote followed by Prabhupada Lila Amrit. Her Grace Achla Bhakti Mataji will be reciting the shlokas and Jhumamati Mataji will be reciting a Damodar Ashtakam. Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Welcome everyone to Vani Amritvani program. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। ही डिवाइन गेस्ट श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ही होलिनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। ही होलिनेस भक्ति आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री नामामृत Bhava results from understanding that Krishna's person and name are identical. The transcendental ecstatic attachment for Krishna, which results from perfectly understanding that Krishna's person and name are identical, is called bhava. One who has attained bhava is certainly not contaminated by material nature. He actually enjoys transcendental pleasure from bhava, and when bhava is intensified, it is called love of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya told Prakashananda Saraswati that the holy name of Krishna, called the Mahamantra, great chanting, enables anyone who chants it attain the stage of love of Godhead or intensified bhava. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada quote, 15th October. As Brahma is thinking to create a universe, you are thinking to create a skyscraper building. The ant is thinking to create a hole within the room. The quality of the work is the same. But because we are fools that these things are material, it will not stay. Mayapur, 15th October 1974. Srila Prabhupada Lila Amrita. There had been some quarreling among his leading disciples in Calcutta, he said, and this distressed him very much. Even now in Vrindavana, it weighed heavily on his mind. Some of his disciples had been fighting over who would use various rooms and facilities at the Gaudiya Math headquarters in Calcutta. These devotees were all members of the same Matha, and the building was for the propagating Krishna consciousness under the leadership of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Yet, even their spiritual master's presence, they were quarreling. Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are supposed to be free from envy of any creature. What to speak of envy of one another? If they were to fight, now what would they do after their spiritual master passed away? Abhay had no part in these matters and did not even know the details or who was involved. But as he listened to his spiritual master, he also became distressed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Bhagavad Gita, Shloka number 13.26. अन्ये त्वैवमजानन्तः श्रुत्वा नेभ्य उपासते ते अपि चतित्रयन्त्येव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणः. Translation again, there are those who, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, begin to worship the Supreme Person upon hearing about him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authorities, they also transcend the path of birth and death. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.12.44 Maitreya Uvacha एतत्यभिहितं सर्वं यत्पृष्टोऽहम् इह त्वया ध्रुव ध्रुवास्योद्दम दाम यशसा चरितं समतं सताम्. Translation: The great sage Maitreya continued, My dear Vidur, whatever you have asked from me about the great reputation and character of Dhruv Maharaj, I have explained to you in all detail. Great saintly persons and devotees very much like to hear about Dhruv Maharaj. Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 5.7 से रात्रि ताहाँ रही भक्त गण संगे गोपालेर पूर्व कथा सुने बहु रंगे. Translation: That night, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in the temple of Gopal, and along with all the devotees, he heard the narration of the witness Gopal with great pleasure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My humble obeisance to all assembled devotees. Sri Sri Radha Rashbihari Ji ki jai, Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki jai, Gauranitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Shiksha Guru Ji ki jai. Kindly bless devotees with your blessings only. I'll be able to speak few words of today's Namamrita. Today's Namamrita is talking about the bhava, how it results from the understanding Krishna's name and Krishna's person is one and the same, or they are identical. Everyone can attain the bhava stage. It's not that it is reserved for very few people, everyone. But there is a process to attain the bhava stage. It is not a very easy process, but at the same time, if we follow the instructions of the spiritual master, it is not difficult also. How to become bhava state? Rupa Goswami clearly describes. Bhava is just before the perfection or the achieving the love of Godhead. Our ultimate goal of life is to have the perfection. That is the love of Godhead. Bhava is just one stage before. Those who are traveling in the Western Railway, they want to reach Churchgate station, but they will go via various stations and they will reach the New Marine Line station. Once they have seen through the window New Marine Line station, oh, we are reaching the destination. So the bhava is very similar to that. That the people who attain bhava, they are going to reach the destination of pure love of Godhead. It's like a church gate, the destination like this. So the process is Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha, Vajana Kriya Tato Anartha Nivarti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. This is the stage in which one can, progress in the spiritual path. So, very basic thing is Ado Shraddha. Ado Shraddha means firm faith, not just the faith. Oh, I have full faith in Krishna. It's not just the statement, but when you go out after the Bhagavatam class or Bhagavad Gita class or the Mangalarati, when you go out, then immediately Maya catches. Then that is not the firm faith. Firm faith is Krishna ही, not Krishna भी हमारे पास है, बाकी सब भी है, various other activities are also there, minus Krishna, then it is not Ado Shraddha. Ado Shraddha means full firm. Even if you are, cooking, then it should be for the pleasure of the Krishna. It should be offered as a bhoga. If you are doing some other activity for the purpose of living, then the results of that activity should be completely surrendered for Krishna. The benefit should be surrendered. Whether you get fame, name, or there is a you get a punishment, you have to offer everything to Krishna. That is what is the Shraddha. That is from faith. Then next is the Sadhu Sangha. Unless and until we have the association of devotees, we will never be able to reach the next stage. That hearing and chanting of the Lord's name in the association of the devotees is the right path to do that. Every process has a, so this process is, it goes to Sadhu Sangha. Then will happen Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivarti. Then the then the Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, and crossing the power. For fallen soul like us, it's a very, very long journey. It's like, in Hindi there is a saying, Delhi bahut dur hai. So, but always our Prabhuji used to say, just a second. Sorry for the interruption. So, so the Krishna Bhakti, in Krishna Bhakti, it's very, very important stage is Sadhu Sangha. There is no, substitute for Sadhu Sangha. So that is why always our Prabhuji says that, come what may, Bhagavatam class, weekly class you must attend. You must attend the Mangalarti or, morning japa session. So all these things, in the association of devotees. If you do individually, the benefit will not come and we may get distracted. Whereas when the Sadhu Sangha, say even in the morning japa session, if many people are sitting together in the temple hall, if somebody, slightly they feel like, drowsiness, then immediately the next devotees will, he will just touch his body and then immediately so he will wake up. It's not the sleeping, but some drowsiness. So that the other person is more interested in the devotee life. The devotee is more interested when the co-devotee is progressing fast. It's not just the self-purification. The person who is next to me, he should move ahead of me. That is the speciality of the Sadhu Sangha. The people are interested. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also explains about the bhava. What are all the devotees' ecstasy symptoms? Perspiration, trembling body, weeping, crying, sometimes loudly shouting. All these things will happen naturally. Nothing should happen artificially. The bodily emotions, everything has to come. But these natural, changes in the body, it will not happen every time. It will happen occasionally. Suddenly, sometimes, the tears may fall. Suddenly, sometimes the hairs may stand on your body. So these things can be sudden and occasional and rare. Not every time 24/7, that will not happen. But you have to think Krishna 24/7 and serve Krishna 24/7. So in Sikshastakam also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nayanam Galata Shru Dharaya. When will my tears will roll down from my eyes? When will my voice will choke? So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself says to the Lord, like this, when will it will happen? So that means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sakshat Lord. He himself, as a devotee, the form of devotee, he says that when will this happen? So that means it is not a very easy thing. But we can make it as very easy by following two simple principles. What? SP and SM. SP means follow Srila Prabhupada. SM means follow your spiritual master. Whatever they have said, you just follow. SPSM is your simple formula for reaching the Bhava stage. Always chant and hear Hare Krishna and follow the SP and SM. We'll move to the next. Srila Prabhupada quote in Mayapur on October 15th, 1974, as Brahma is thinking to create universe, you are thinking to create skyscraper. What? Everyone is doing some creation. But that creation, your ant is also doing creation. But the creation, when we do any creation in the name of Lord, for the pleasure of Lord, for the pleasure of Guru, then it becomes your bhakti. It becomes a devotional service. But if you are trying to create, I have a very creativity, I am drawing this, I am constructing this new model, all those things are material in nature, temporary in nature, and which will get destroyed By the time, even before your life is destroyed, these things, whatever you are creating, is destroyed. That's why always Prabhupada got these rascals and these fools, those who are attached so much to the material life, which is temporary, and it is always with miseries, unhappiness. So we should always have the goal of life for love of Godhead and to have happiness. We have to do everything to satisfy our soul for the pleasure of the Lord. Then our life will be